Boy, I'm excited for this one. Welcome back. So today I want to talk about Zizou Lite. I'm sure a lot of you, if not all of you, تعرفوا Zizou Lite. He's very famous, he's very infamous. He has probably Algeria's biggest meme to date, and I would argue probably forever. But at the same time, this meme and all of this comes from a real person and his real life. And that got me curious. How did he become a meme? What happened after he became a meme? How did that impact his personal life? And also, what happened before? Usually when I talk about people, ما نديرش like their backstory parce que there isn't a lot to say. It's very hard to find information about them parce que في الجزائر we don't really archive that well, and it's very hard to fact check things. تلقى في الكومنتات عباد يقول لك زاد هنا وليد عمي يعرفه قريت معاه, but then it's like, how do I know it's true? So I don't really like to talk about this kind of thing, but with Zizou Lite it's actually possible to find this information. It wasn't easy, but it was possible to find this information. So Abdelmalek Moussaï, better known as Zizou Lite, زايد في حمام ضلعة في مسيلة. I'm not doxing him, by the way. He actually posted his official documents on his Facebook page. I will blur out his address, but just know he posted like his actual address. I blurred it out just, because I don't want to spread it even further, and I'm pretty sure he moved by then, but still, I don't want that. So as far as I can tell, he was born into a pretty poor upbringing, donc je pense with a lot of difficulties, and I don't think he went far in his studies. But what if I told you that Zizou Lite was an actor before he became a meme, and like an actual actor?
أشبه إلى أفضل الشخصيات العالمية وهو زين الدين زيدان.
I've done some research to find his past work. لقيت his Skyrock account. I don't know how old you are, you might be familiar with Skyrock. Basically, Skyrock is the old MySpace, and it was like a blog where you can post pictures and like posts, and people comment and you reply in the comments. ما كانش فيه, as far as I can remember, ما كانش فيه like DMs direct, بصح you can like comment on each other's pages. And I found his Skyrock account where he was detailing his achievements. So based on what I can tell, لعب فيلم تاع جزيرة أطفال where he played Zinedine Zidane. Like they specifically looked for him because he looks like Zinedine Zidane. And even before he was on Ennahar TV, people knew him as like اللي يشبه Zinedine Zidane. And I know you're gonna argue like ما يشبهلوش كاع وما يدير. I don't care. That was the point then. Also, I'm sure like هذاك الوقت ما كانش كاين Google, so people could not like put them side to side and really look in comparison, because he does look like him to an extent, especially at the time, much more than now. I'll show you pictures. So لعب فيلم جزيرة أطفال as Zinedine Zidane. I could not find the movie, like clips from the movie, but I could find this article talking about it where they took him حتى لقطر for like the movie premiere for واحد الفيستيفال. So he was a real actor to an extent. دار people نجمة, دار people random قهوة, I don't know what that means, but he did a lot of work. So for me, كي جا Ennahar TV and he was like spewing nonsense.
مست شخصيته لكن في الإعلانات في الأفلام، واللي شاركت مقبل يعني مع المخرج القدير أحمد راشدي في فيلم قصير يتجاوز المدة تاعو 35 دقيقة، ومن إنتاج القناة الجزيرة الأطفال. نوصل لمدريد إلى ريال مدريد، وراح إن شاء الله ندير مقابلة كروية بين منتخب زين زيدان ومنتخب شبيه زيدان. يكونوا معايا النجوم اللي نختارهم، نجوم العالم.
Not this.
He thinks he's an actual actor because to an extent he was an actual actor. Like he played roles. I don't know if he was like famous, but he was known. And the thing that I could really find like proper footage of is an interview he did for NBC. They took him to Tunis to do an interview that he looks like Zinedine Zidane.
شاب جزائري من بلدية حمام ضلعة بولاية المسيلة الجزائرية، أشبه إلى أفضل الشخصيات العالمية وهو زين الدين زيدان.
And you can even see clips of people taking pictures with him being excited.
لم يصدق كل من رآه في سوسة جوهرة الساحل التونسي أن زيزو يتجول بشوارع المدينة وبدون حرس شخصي. فالشبه بينه وبين زين الدين زيدان كبير جدا إلى حد أنك تعتقد أن زيدان هو الماثل أمامك.
And everyone thought it was actually him. So now you can mock him and say he looks like him. Sure. But at the time, people genuinely believed it. So it's not that crazy for him to believe that. You see what I mean? Also, in the interview he did with NBC, they talked about Zinedine Zidane and his opinion on this, because I was kind of curious, like, this person is pretending to be Zinedine Zidane, playing him on movies and doing things. So he's kind of like profiting off his name. So I was curious, like, how would Zinedine Zidane feel about this? And in Ennahar TV, they answered it.
وقد علم زيدان بهذا الأمر ولم يبدي أي اعتراض، خاصة حين علم أن هذا الشاب يعيش ظروفا اجتماعية صعبة.
I'm pretty cool. I think that, you know, if he's unfortunate in life and maybe this helps him, why not? Just let it be. I'm glad he chose to do that.
راك مسكون بزيدان،
اكيد
لازم لك عقيه باش نخرجوا زيدان ونخلوك انت اللي نعرفوك انت وليد المسيله.
Okay, so on to Ennahar TV and onward. I think Ennahar TV interview is where we all got to know Zizou Lite. I have thoughts, feelings, and opinions about Ennahar TV. They are probably my least favorite channel in Algeria, maybe the world. They are pretty disgusting. They do pretty shady things to a lot of people. I really don't like them. What they do basically is that they trick people into coming on the show with the idea بلي حيعاونوهم وبعد كي يجوا يحشوها لهم وهما عندهم another plan for them. You see, Jeffmar Al Judran, which is a show I want to do like a whole thing about. I just have work to do, so I don't really have that much time to like properly write out the script and film and edit. ديجا هادي and it's taken me a long time. هو جابوا Ennahar TV لمار الجدران with the idea بلي حيعاونوه يجيب فيزا باش يروح عند مرته اللي عرفها فيسبوك. مرته في اسبانيا قالوا له ارواح نعاونوك تروح ليها، دونك جابوه قالوا نعاونوك تجيب فيزا.
عبد الملك، وشنو هما اسباب رفض التاشيره؟
والله يا اختي قال لك الملف تاعك ما قنعناش.
نوجه رسالة إلى السفير الإسباني هنا في الجزائر باش يمنح لي التأشيرة باش نروح ندير مستقبلي ونروح ندير وليدات. نوجه المهم المرة الثانية والثالثة اللي السفير الإسباني هنا في الجزائر يمنحني التأشيرة، وإلا ما يمنحنيش التأشيرة راني نروح إلى وهران ونناشد سكان وهران نقول لهم راني نجي في الصيف وحرقوني نروح حراك.
Granted, إذا أنت Zizou Lite, like, why would I نروح Ennahar TV باش نجيب فيزا? You see, like, it doesn't even make any sense. So I do think he's kind of stupid for that. But at the same time هو جا وخلاص. دوكا أنت شفت بنادم نية ولا كعبة ولا كيما حبيت تسميه أنت تحشيها له هكذا تجيبوه باش تمسخر به. باسكو هما كي جابوه the intention was not باش يجيبوا له الفيزا. The intention was to make him sound like a crazy person, like مهووس بزيدان وما عنده الشخصية وشغل زيدان took over his life and so on and so forth.
بدون تقمص شخصية زيدان يحس بأنه ولا شيء، ولكن لما يتقمص شخصية زيدان يحس بعض الإثارة وبعض الشهرة وبعض يعني تقدر تقول كما إنسان يخترع شيء يجي واحد يعاود يقلده ما يتعبش ويربح شيء.
دعك من زيدان، عيش كعبد الملك انت راجل.
راني انا عايش عبد الملك، المجتمع اللي راه
خليك من زيدان هذا لابس تيكو تاعو راسه وشخصيته رجليه فخاتيه وشنو هادي. عيش انت كعبد الملك.
انت عبد الملك.
اذا انت لازم لك طبيب نفسي باش يعاود يرد عبد الملك وينحي زيدان.
لا اله الا الله محمد رسول الله.
And Zizou Lite at the time kind of didn't catch on. Weirdly enough, I personally believe that he's not playing with a full deck in his head. I'm not saying Billy he's like mentally ill or anything, but I do believe Billy he might be, you know, a little bit slow. And I'll just say that I'm not a professional. I don't know him personally, so don't take my word for it. But I do believe Billy, maybe there's something there, especially when you see this interaction.
دوكا شوفي هنا ها
وقف نشوفك وقف تشوفك
ها هو ها يعني وقفته هنا راسه هكذا يعني عندي
هذا المغربيه اللي تعرفت عليها درت شادي مادي قال لي راسي وعبس طحت فيها هكذا.
اكيد
كي طحت فيها تمتم قلت راني حاب نتزوج بك
مباشره. نويت
شفت تمتم.
وهي
Like Shimsu mocked him and he didn't get it. So for me, it's then when I'm like, maybe there's something there. So at best جابوا بنادم شغل كعبة وتمسخروا به. At worst they brought someone who is mentally challenged and they made fun of him. So either way it's not good. And in the Ennahar TV interview, شيخ شمس الدين قال له لازم لك طبيب نفساني.
انت عبد الملك.
اذا انت لازم لك طبيب نفسي باش يعاود يرد عبد الملك وينحي زيدان.
لا اله الا الله محمد رسول الله.
Which is, this is the clip that like really took over online. Basically شمسو قالوا لازم لك طبيب نفساني والعباد ولاو يكومونتيها بزيزو لايت. لازم لك بسيكولوج، لازم لك هادي، لازم لك الاخرى، انت مهبول، انت كذا. And I don't think it's the worst idea in the world because when you see him talk about himself he looks a little bit delusional.
حياتي عاديه لكن تغيرت بعد ما دخلت للشهره.
تغيرت ولا تغيرت.
الوالده تاعي تروح تتلاقى بالبنات هذو اللي جو من فرنسا، تقول لهم انا بني حاب يتزوج، الا كان كش وحده يعني راهو انسان متخلق وانسان مشهور كذا، يقولوا لها كيفاش حنا نتزوجوا بهذاك وليدك هذاك الجايح هذاك المهبول هذاك.
When you see this, maybe he does need some help, but at the same time, I don't think like mocking someone and telling him this is going to help them, you see. I don't think the intention of bringing him on the show was to help him because في الفيزا ولا with his mental health ولا whatever the fuck is it. It's just to make trash entertainment TV. And granted, it was entertaining. So كي العباد ولاو يحرشوا بزيزو لايت في الكومنتات، لازم لك طبيب نفسي، لازم لك كذا. Their video wearing a suit that is probably 10 times his size. I don't know why that was a choice.
يعني القصد نتاع الناس حتى في الفيسبوك في التعليق يقولوا لي روح طبيب نفساني انت مريض وكذا، يعني اهانه ليا شرفي كرامتي شخصيتي وانت السبب فيها. انت اصلا انت مريض، انت لازمك تروح طبيب نفساني، عندك وليدك لازم عليك انا من جهتي ننصحك تديه طبيب نفساني يتعالج، وانت لازمك يعني طبيب نفساني يتكلم معاك والطبيب الاخر يعالجك.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
هذا مع شيخ شمس الدين انت لازم لك بسيكولوج ووليدك ثاني لازم له بسيكولوج، alors que وليده تريزوميك ما كاش بسيكولوج. He's just sick. It's just it is what it is. But that's how I know ثاني باللي Zizou Lite is not the most like scientifically aware person, but that's fine. كل واحد وكيف. But what happens is it's like this weird back and forth where like شيخ شمس الدين is like انت لازم لك بسيكولوج وهو يقول شيخ شمس الدين انت لازم لك بسيكولوج and it's like بده هو ليا انا لازم لي بسيكولوج. Like it's cool. I'll take him. Move on. So after Ennahar TV incident was said and done, and everyone had a good laugh at Zizou Lite, people went online and they found his old pictures and like where he looked, you know, confused. I'll insert some of the meme templates at this point, I guess. And they were used to make fun of him because like seeing this man just be so delusional, you just want to bring him down, and boy did they bring him down.
لا سلام ولا كلام، معكم زيزو الفضائي من كوكب الدلاع الفضائي.
Someone like Zizou Lite is honestly the perfect victim for meme culture and for harassment online. He's someone who is delusional because I guess kind of he looks like Indian Zidane. Not really, but kind of. But he thinks he looks like him and he thinks he deserves the world because he looks like him. And when people make fun of him online, he just argues back and posts like more pictures and ignores it or like doing all of this. And it's the perfect meme to have. Someone who is delusional, in denial, and giving you fresh new content you can use for your memes on the daily. Because when you make fun of someone, if they don't react, past a while you will just like move along to the next meme. But if they keep reacting and fighting back, it will live on. And it did live on. And when you look at these memes, you can notice like kind of a theme with them. Like كي تكون في الليسي، كي تكون في الحومة، كي تكون تحرق كده منها، تعرف بلي شغل a lot of the people who are making the memes are young kids. And when I say young, I mean like people under 18. I don't necessarily mean they're like 12. But I'm sure a lot of them were under the age of 18 when they made those memes. And as I said before, and I will die on this hill, kids are the worst enemy you can have online because they will harass you, they will mock you, they will make fun of you, they will ridicule you, and it will not end. And it did not end for years and years and years and years. I'm pretty sure this meme ran for 3 or 4 years. It was quite a while.
بطال ما عنديش خدمة، ما عندي لا خدمة، ما عندي والو، يرسلني رئيس فرنسا مش هتسهل.
When those memes happened, Zizou Lite kind of did not know how to react. And it's pretty clear he's someone who is not very familiar with the internet, so it's very hard for him to know how to handle this kind of situation. But for me, I kind of noticed that he went through like a couple of stages of reacting to. The first one is where basically it's the fault of Sheikh Shams al-Din.
يعني القصد نتاع الناس حتى في الفيسبوك في التعليق يقولوا لي روح طبيب نفساني انت مريض وكذا، يعني اهانه ليا شرفي كرامتي شخصيتي وانت السبب فيها. انت اصلا انت مريض، انت لازمك تروح طبيب نفساني.
The second one is where he had his mental breakdown online.
بطال ما عنديش خدمة، ما عندي لا خدمة، ما عندي والو، يرسلني رئيس فرنسا مش هتسهل.
The third one is when he got angry and ولا يطيح ويسب online.
قال الله وقال الرسول لهالدين ربكم قاع.
And the last one was when he just embraced the meme and he became the mockery they wanted him to be.
نحيي كل المعجبين. معكم زيزو لايت الجزائري.
لا سلام ولا كلام. معكم زيزو الفضائي من كوكب الدلاع الفضائي.
And once he finally embraced the meme, he just stopped acknowledging it. He was posting as if he's a famous person and as if these people are his fans. I don't think it's true, but this is how he decided to handle it. And that's okay. It's his own life. He can do whatever he wants. But to see him like post pictures and people like making fun of him in the comments, and he's just like, whatever, on to the next picture. But since he acknowledged it for so long and then he just stopped acknowledging it, the people did not want to let it go. They were making fun of him in the comments, they were hating on him, and some people have argued, oh, he's a troll. I don't think he's a troll, because I feel like when you're trolling, you kind of find a way to monetize it. Like, you find a way to at least make money off of being a troll. As far as I can tell, he never did that. He never like made YouTube videos where he made money. So for me, I don't see the possibility of him being a troll like as a real possibility. I just don't think so. And after fully embracing the meme, he was gonna get married to another person. Apparemment مع المرأة تاع اسبانيا ما نجحت لهمش. Understandably so.
اليوم الفاتحة اللي قمت بها اليوم فاتحة مع تونسية اللي ماشي المغربية على كل حال.
So when he was gonna get married to this woman اللي عرفها في تونس نهار كان فواياج. I know I did a lot of research on this dude. So كان حيتزوج بها وبوستا one of his last videos اللي بوستاهم was في الفاتحة تاعو قال لهم أنا زيزو لايت هاني حنبارطاجيكم صور تاع العرس.
وان شاء الله راح نطلق الصور تاع العرس تاعي الفاتحه تاعي ان شاء الله ومن بعد اللي قاع يشوفوها في الجروبات وفي فيديو ان شاء الله الفاتحه تاعي ان شاء الله كامل قاع تشوفوها.
And then he didn't. He never posted those pictures and he has disappeared off of the internet. It's been like a year. I have yet to see any new activity from him. And I'm happy about that. I think maybe someone intervened, maybe his wife, maybe his family. But maybe, I don't know, I hope he's okay, but I'm happy that he's no longer on the internet. I really am really happy about that.
ما ننساش اسرار حبيت نحكيها لكم اليوم. كاين اسرار كنت مخبيها.
So it would be easy for me to just finish this video here like, oh, people made fun of him, he reacted, and then he left. And then that's it. But for me, it's not really that simple. Because as I was doing the research, I didn't really care for him. And I still don't. I don't think he's a very sympathetic figure. But it's hard to deny the big impact this had on his life and his mental health and so on. Because at the end of the day, you can watch this video, click off and move on with your life. And it's like, oh, this was entertaining. At least I hope it was. Look at the memes and laugh and move on with your life. But for him, like, that's his real life. Like, that's real trauma he's gonna have to live with for the rest of his life. His family, maybe his wife, possibly his kids later on. Like, this is real trauma. And there was this scene where he was like crying on live and you can see like kids mocking him in the comments. And there's something so sinister about seeing someone like on the verge of like clearly a mental breakdown and seeing people like mocking them in the comments. Like, it's just so uncomfortable to look at, honestly. And granted, again, most of these people were probably like underage and they're kids, so it's not like they're horrible people. But there's just something so uncomfortable about looking at this kind of scene. Because I do think it's all light and silly. It's like, oh, it's so light, but at the end of the day, like, this is his real life and this is his real trauma he's gonna have to live with for the rest of his life. And it's so sad to see this because I feel like as a society, we all play a role in his trauma. Because as well, from simply liking a post you saw or sharing it on a story, or making those memes, or even making this video now. And is that wrong of us? I don't know, but I think it's something to think about, I guess. So, I don't really know how to end this video. It was very interesting to do this research. I was very surprised to find Billy, he was an actor, like a genuine actor. And it's really sad. Like, towards the end, I got really sad. Because it's just so disheartening to see someone being like so down on themselves and people just going off on them. I hope this video brought you some deeper understanding of Zizou Lite as a person and all of the meme, like, it shed some clear light on what actually happened. I had a lot of fun doing this research. Going to Skyrock, sure, unlocked some memories I didn't know I had. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it ended on somewhat of a sad note, but it is what it is. Anyways, if you like the video, like it, comment, share, leave me your thoughts. And other than that, I'll see you another time. Deuces.